Hello everybody. I came across a couple of new MGTOW channels. One is called Mr. Dawson 38 and the other is called Scribbler G1. The videos I saw of theirs are linked in the description box. Both of these men are older, and whenever I see older MGTOWs producing content, I am immediately pleased. Older guys have the experience that younger guys just simply lack. That doesn't mean these older guys are automatically right, but it does mean that they have seen more shit in their life than younger guys, and so they are a wealth of knowledge. So I get excited when older MGTOWs share their life experience because they come from a perspective that I lack, and I rarely approach these videos with the intent to refute what they say. I feel I am much better served by simply soaking it all in and reserving judgment. Just kind of letting the experience of wiser men plant seeds of knowledge that may one day be useful to me. Now, Mr. Dawson 38 made a great point about men in that we men need to win every day in order to be happy. We need to win at our micro goals, whether it's going to the gym and doing a little extra or getting that MGTOW video out, whatever it is that we've planned for the day. When we accomplish those things, we're winning. And winning at life is all about a series of small daily victories that lead us to accomplishing long-term victories. And I like the way Mr. Dawson 38 presented that idea, and I hope you do hit his video. The other new MGTOW guy, Scribbler G1, he seems to have a vast knowledge of the financial markets and economics. He made a point that I'd like to echo, and before I start laying down some shoulds like you should do this or you should do that or whatever, please take it in this regard that I'm simply trying to present to you some best practices, principles that work. That's all I'm trying to do. I'd like to share with you why they work, though the whys will probably be obvious to you. Scribbler G1 made the point that economic power is good for men. There are some in the MGTOW movement that insist that a subsistence lifestyle is a valid expression of MGTOW, and I'm okay with that. That is a life of video games and barely getting by. And though a subsistence lifestyle is not invalid in terms of MGTOW, again, economic power is good for men. Men who have resources have more options. We have more freedom, and we control our destinies in a more resolute way when we have economic resources. Now, I have heard some videos talk of worker drones for the state, that we are nothing but shills for a greater apparatus that cares nothing for us, that steals our resources and then uses our resources against us. And you know what? That may be true. And I won't argue that point. But I want to do shit with my life. I want to develop marketable skills. I want to go places. I want to be able to buy plane tickets whenever I want and go wherever I want. The beauty of being MGTOW is that I don't need that $40,000 car payment to impress some girl. And believe me, I've had that $40,000 car payment. The car is nice, but with the insurance, I'm paying $700 a month. I don't need that. I don't need the $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 house. I don't need the second house or the third house. In terms of what I need, I have it all now. I have a bed, I have a television, I have a computer, a place to sit, a vehicle to get me around, clothes, electricity, water. I've got internet. I've got everything I need. Everything is paid for. I'm completing a computer science degree, only 40% of which actually graduate. So, we'll see if I can handle it. But if I do graduate, I will see immediate job offers in the mid $60K per year. Right out of college. Now, once all that money starts coming in, and if I maintain my low expense lifestyle, which MGTOW really lends itself to, I'm going to be gaining tremendous economic power rather quickly. This is very exciting for me. There aren't many people with $5,000 in the bank, $10,000, $20,000 in the bank, and I could easily be putting 30,000 plus per year into the bank or other investments and still have a comfortable lifestyle. Still take several vacations a year and have the freedom to up and move anywhere in the world I want. Especially being in internet technology or IT, I could work from any terminal in the world. I could live in a third world country and be bringing in American dollars, further reducing my expenses by simply living overseas somewhere. And you know what? None of that's going to happen if I'm spending 8, 10, 12 hours a day playing video games. So I guess I haven't gotten to my shoulds yet. Maybe I don't even have to give you a list of shoulds. But you know what? I feel like when I dole out advice like this, I feel like you are an extension of me. You're a guy, I'm a guy. We faced the same challenges. We faced the same obstacles in life. We've had the same sort of setbacks. We've grown up under the same system. And so I feel like when I'm giving advice to you, especially if you're a younger guy, it's almost like I'm going back in time and giving advice to myself. So to me, helping you or giving you my perspective is sort of like helping myself. So for fear of being told that I'm using shaming tactics here, I'm going to go ahead. Now, listen, if you're spending your life playing video games, I know what that's all about. Surely that's exciting and that's fun and that may make you happy in a temporary way. But you know what? You're better than that. I don't mean to be patronizing, and perhaps I am a little bit here, but it is true. You are better than that. The wealth of creativity, innovation, intelligence, and dedication that you have, especially to something you're passionate about, it's unmatched. It's incredible. I know the kind of guys who play video games. Okay? I've spent hours and hours and hours playing, talking, interacting, relating, learning who you are. And you're a man. You're gifted. It's part of what comes with being a man. No matter what the media says about you and about us, dude, you're a man and you're a gifted motherfucker. And you're the shit. And I encourage you to consider getting control of your life and to start producing some real personal power in your own life. I know who you are. Listen, I ran a guild for some time. And in my guild was a neurologist, okay? He played a hunter. Now, not only was he a neurologist, but he was the president of the American College, I think it was the American College of Neurology, if I remember the title right. Anyway, it was the premier neurology group, okay? He spoke in front of Congress one spring and made it back to his hotel in time for our raid. So anyway, I know who you are. I know the type of person and the type of people you are, okay? And I'm not saying you can't play video games or you shouldn't play video games. You can always play video games, but it's about balance. And video games should not consume your life. What should consume your life is what Mr. Dawson 38 said in his video. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but he said, your life should be about daily victories. That's what makes men happy. Winning is what makes men happy. Thanks for listening.